Predator Poachers is a watchdog group that exposes online child predators. The group's Long Island chapter met a meta engineer whose job is developing digital experiences for kids. He's now been arrested after attempting to sext who he thought was a 13-year-old. He's also been placed on leave at Meta. Take a look at how this operation unfolded.
Well, Josh, you're not going to talk with underage girls anymore. You're not going to send them pictures of your or videos of you masturbating, and
can I just see what you got?
Yeah, you're not going to instruct them on how to masturbate, that kind of thing, and talk about meeting up with them for sex.
I'm going to lose everything.
That's not up to me, you know.
So during this scene, the alleged predator blamed his perversions on his wife and their lack of sex in their marriage. Michael Villani is the head of Predator Poachers Long Island and joins us now. Thank you very much for being here. So how did you find this guy and how did this unfold?
Yeah, so, you know, one of our decoys who does the posing as a minor went on to 4chan after we got a tip, which isn't typically the route that we go with this. And amazingly, Josh Felker found her and started communicating with her over Discord, and the conversation just evolved really disturbingly, and got very carried away, and it ultimately led to us meeting him at his apartment in the city.
So you mentioned 4chan, Discord. He's a Facebook engineer who develops products for kids.
Yes.
For parents who may be watching whose kids are on the internet, should they be worried about, real life situations like this?
Oh, absolutely. Unfortunately, every single app, every platform online, it's like all these guys are just going to use it to try to find these kids and do whatever they can to, exploit them to whatever selfish want that they have. And, it's important for all parents to be on top of it, making sure that, they're communicating with their kids, making sure instilling good self-esteem in them so, these guys can't exploit their vulnerabilities and try to take advantage of them.
Well, let's talk about another case. There was this encounter, a Facebook marketplace meetup, but the homeless man turned into an alleged predator catch. Watch this.
Yeah. Like, what age is the one that you're most comfortable seeing that's not shocking? I imagine the baby and toddler stuff is very shocking.
Yeah, I don't like anything under.
Under what?
Yeah,
So you like 13?
So what happened here when the police arrived?
Oh boy, so that was a really chaotic situation. We get a really mixed bag when we get law enforcement involved, because the reason we don't get them involved in advance is because then I'd have the same restrictions as them, acting in capacity as an agent of the law. So with the way that we do it, where I just go in as a private citizen, I really have a lot of freedom to do what I want and ask what I want without worrying about crossing those lines. And but most of the time, law enforcement does have a very positive response when they deal with us. They're grateful for what we do. Sometimes their hands are tied from prosecutors, district attorneys, but overall, usually they're very cool. In this case, it was not that great. This officer, Jeffrey Shaw, in Rochester Police Department in upstate New York, we kind of went head-to-head, and it was pretty...
Do you find that when you try to turn these guys over to prosecutors and police that they're cooperative most of the time?
Yeah, most of the time. I think because we're at 138 catches in the past 18 months. 16th state we just got earlier today, which led to an arrest in Delaware. We were hoping for Maryland, but it didn't work out, and we came to the show, but we're going to try again tomorrow.
Okay, so that's what you're doing in D.C. You're based in Long Island, which is about 5-6 hours from here. So
roughly,
you're in D.C. working the DMV.
Yeah, and we're actually heading all the way down to Florida, and then we're going to shoot up through Alabama and Tennessee, Kentucky. We're trying to get as many states as we can. We're trying to get half the union under our belt, because now we're at 16 states, so we want to add 9 more.
Well, it's unfortunate that this is a job that you have to do, but I think that people are grateful that you're exposing what goes on online and all these platforms with these creeps when they are guilty. So thank you very much, Michael. Michael Villani, great to see you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for watching. Subscribe below and download our NewsNation app right now on your phone, and you will get fact-based, unbiased news for all Americans.